Nigeria returned to democracy rule in 1999 after the military handed over power to civilians. There were some Nigerians who played key roles in the return of democracy to Nigeria. Among them is Chief Stephen Lawani, one-time National Deputy Chairman of the National Republican Convention, NRC. He was also Deputy Governor of BENUE State. Nigeria returns to democracy rule in 1999 after the military handed over power to civilians. There were some Nigerians who played key roles in the return of democracy to Nigeria. Among them is Chief Stephen Lawani, one-time National Deputy Chairman of the National Republican Convention, NRC. He was also Deputy Governor in BENUE State. Chief Lawani bared his mind in this exclusive interview with Assets Television on the state of the nation.
I have no problem with the manner in which the various presidents emerged after military rule. Meaning, that's not what I want to look at here. I want to look at what they have done as presidents,
yes,
in delivering the dividend of democracy to the Nigerian people. Quite honestly, I think if I must start from what is present day, I think the Nigerians that I have spoken to, and you expect that I will speak to many people, they come here and they go from my office. They feel they were perhaps better off in the Obasanjo regime, and after that, the Goodluck regime. The promises that were made to them in the Buhari regime the Nigerians feel shortchanged. The then president came with a promise to put away corruption from the system. It appears it got worse. The insecurity, as a military head, former military head of state, they thought coming in without military background, he would also, if not completely do away with the bandits and the terrorists, at least to reduce what was happening.
And that was not the case.
Before he came in, it got worse. Okay? So, well, this regime, things have not appeared, I'm talking of the issue of security now, appeared to have been arrested, except in the last week, which you and I know, that's the truth. These people have been dealt a big blow in Zamfara and Sokoto State and perhaps in other parts of the country. Let us hope that this is now beginning of the end of the activities of bandits and terrorists in Nigeria. But because without them, without putting an end to this country will never be able to feed itself. Because our farmers will not go to the farm. You cannot, if you're a farmer and you believe if you went to the farm you'll be arrested, you will not go. And then we become, already we are import dependent. But if we cannot feed ourselves, it will become worse in the years to come. And if it gets any worse than what it is today, then that's the end of our country.
In essence, you are telling me now that you cannot point out to one thing Nigeria has achieved since democracy in the last 25 years.
Well, yes, I can accept that in the next, how said?
25 years. From 1999.
Since 1999?
Yes.
Well, To the extent that the military have not come back, it means they have achieved a lot in putting away, keeping the military at bay. So that's an achievement if you want to. But that's not that's not the way I would like to.
Yes.
As big a country as we are, it is a shame that we are import dependent. We export nothing other than our gas and oil. Other than these two, there's nothing else we export. And that's not good for a country of 250 million people. I think successive regimes have failed us this past 25 years. I expect that where the military failed in the provision, for instance, of electricity, from the last 25 years to today, I expected that successive regime would either collectively should have been able to give this country, we should have been electricity dependent.
No, from what you have said now, sir, electricity, because it is from all these things that some Nigerians are saying we should go back to true federalism. Some are saying let's go parliamentary.
That's what I'm going to.
Yes.
I agree. In fact, listen, I think we need two things.
Yes.
True federalism, fiscal federalism, if you want to call it. Okay? Where every state will control and produce something to the envy of other states. There's a pure competition between various states, as opposed to the situation now since forever. People every month have to come to Abuja to collect collect money, and so it makes the governors lazy because they always are sure that every month they will collect money, that they can pay salary, can do things in their states, as opposed to what obtained before 1966. Am I correct?
Yes, during the period of regions.
Yes, regions. You know, until we are able to give this country proper, we'll go back to practice pure federalist practice, and I don't want government coming and promising too many things. Just promise one thing: give us electricity, for instance. If you do that, the blacksmiths, the carpenters, the builders, everybody, they need electricity. And see how this country will develop in 5 years. Things will change.
Now, let's come to the security situation of the country now.
Okay?
Security situation of the country.
Yes.
For which I know BENUE State, that you were once the deputy governor.
Yes.
Was one time worst hit. At a point in BENUE, they were constructing mass graves everywhere, burying people. How can this be coped in the current phase of what we're facing now?
It is something of that nature that led to the cry for state police. State police, you know, because the commissioner of police in BENUE is not quite responsible to the governor. He's responsible to the IG in Abuja. And yet the governor is said to be the chief security officer of the state. Okay?
Yes.
And if you have state police, there are so many things that can be done, but who cannot be done, that cannot be done now, so long as the police in the various states are responsible to Abuja.
That's to say you are one of the advocates of state police.
I sure am.
No, are you not afraid in this instance?
Because look at the current system. some of the commissioners of police in various states are as confused as anything.
Yeah, because they are not from those states.
They are not from that state, and the manner in which they emerge as commissioners of police.
Okay, don't you express this fear that once you have a state police, it might be hijacked by the governors against the opponents?
No, that is.
No, I'm telling you, this is the fear Nigerians have.
Well, they have that fear, but let's practice it first. Let's practice that first. Let's practice it first. Whatever it is, I'm talking in terms of security of the nation.
Yes.
We are talking about, I know the fear people talk about, does it have police, the governor, if you have state police, the governor will use it against the people opposing party.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the issue now. We're talking about security. It will bring an end to, bring a quicker end to insecurity than what we have now. That's the point I'm making.
Okay, let us go to your party now, the PDP. APC.
I belong to all.
You belong to all. Okay, let us look at what is happening in the PDP, for instance, because you were once there and a very prominent member of the party for that. Can one man be bigger than the party itself? I am giving you an instance now because the Minister of FCT, Wike, for instance, says nobody in APC, and in fact, he even stood out to challenge all the governors and the members of the NWC and even the Central Working Committee members that nobody can do anything to him, and he's being left alone.
Well, it's okay for him to say that because he's well looked after in APC. If he has no job, he will not say what he's saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you following me? He has some measure of protection from the center. That's why he can make certain utterances. If he has no godfather like myself now, I will not talk anyhow. So it's up to him. First, do I agree with what he's saying? Answer is no. Would I do what he's doing? Answer is no. So it's up to him. I can't say more than that.
But we used to know there must be party discipline. Now, if you are not disciplined enough to discipline yourself, the party will tame you to size. So it's no longer there, which means it's bigger than the party. I mean, you don't need a degree in bullet science to know that all is not well in PDP. There's no question about that. But I'd rather not go further because right now I'm in APC. So how is APC doing that? Because, for instance, at the central level now in APC, people are even crying that the current administration has punished Nigeria, in fact, inflicted hardship on Nigerians.
Well, I mean, I'm also a man on the street, so my sympathy is with the Nigerian people. All is not well, but the president has promised that we have to suffer before we start enjoying.
For how long, sir?
That I don't know, but I think I'm just answering your question. Things are certainly not as what they should be. Things are certainly not right. The dollar to the whatever the rate of it was 730.
Yes. Yes. At the weekend. Yeah.
To now it is 1,600 or so naira to the dollar. Okay. Interest rate has gone high. It's very high in the bank. So you can't borrow. How can we produce? All is not well, but we continue to receive assurances from the government that things will change. And we're very patient people. Never mind the demonstration that happened recently. Nigerians are very patient.
For time now, sir, for time. Before we give us your parting shot, what is your thinking about Nigeria of tomorrow?
Nigeria
of tomorrow.
Of tomorrow.
We have seen our yesterday. We are seeing our today now. What is our tomorrow going to be?
Well, I'm not a soothsayer. I don't know what tomorrow will be, but things had better move well and some of the promises that we're getting from the top, they better be fulfilled faster than quicker, so that things don't get out of hand. Like I said, we have been patient. Nigerians have been patient, but there's a limit to which, as you know, patience has limits. Okay, but I want to remain optimistic, and I want to hope that things will get better.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry for your time, sir.
Right?
I said sorry for your time.
No.
It's a nice interview. It's a nice interview.
Your best station for news, politics, business, sports and entertainment. Your one-stop channel, Assets Television.